Hello all and welcome on a new video on Godot. Today we'll be talking about stairs, how to make stairs collision shape, or how did I make my stairs collision shape. I know it's not the best way, but I wanted to share the way I did with you. You may be familiar with this shape. It's an object I designed in Blender and imported it here in Godot without the working on collision shapes. So collision shapes is done on Blender and I just imported it here. You can see I can stop on surface. If you are interested and want to know how to make it, you can check my video on my channel. So now let's talk about stairs. You know that stairs automatically, if you are trying to walk, you reach the first step, the game will prevent you from walking forward because of collision shape of that step, which is like a cube. You see in other games that when you reach the first step, the player continue walking forward like this one or this one. So how to make it and what's different between both? The one right here I made with the multi-mesh cubes and only one collision shape is like a slide. So when I reach here, the player is already above the collision shape of the stairs, and when I move, it's like a floor, moving on it like a floor. What's the disadvantage of this one is the slide angle. If it is too much, the player will start sliding just when you move your mouse like I'm doing. I'm not clicking any or pressing any keys, just moving the mouse. This is the first one. The second disadvantage is mesh interaction. There's a mesh interaction between player and stairs. You can see right here some areas will be interacted with the stairs. The second one doesn't have any interaction between meshes and working fine. Automatically takes the player upstairs. So how to make both? Let me close the game and go to design. I have a character and stairs, 3 stairs. The first one right here is the normal one that we can go forward without jumping. The second one is the stairs I made with slide. You can see right here there is multi meshes and only one collision shape right here. If you want to fix the sliding issue, you need of course to make this angle, the floor, like this, and the slope is like this. The area between, or the angle between, you want it lesser. So you want the stairs like this, the slide like this. So you want to make the stairs longer. That will fix it. So the player will not be sliding. And another way is to add more collision shapes as you can. What did I mean? I will start drawing again. When player reaches this point, you need a slide to move it to the first step. Here you can add a horizontal collision shape that will prevent the player from sliding, and another slide to move it to the second step, another one horizontal, then a slide, straight slide like this. So if sliding happens here, for example, the player will stop in the straight collision shape, in the horizontal one right here. So it will only slide one step. This is another way to fix it. But I didn't like these stairs, so I worked on a third design right here. Let me talk about it. It's like the first one, a mesh, and each mesh has a cube as a collision shape, so nothing is different. Now I have a mesh and a collision shape of that mesh, but I added areas. Why areas? I want Godot, when the player reaches the edge of that first step, I want Godot to move the player automatically in the y-axis and a little to the in forward, so the player will be in the next step. Another edge here, the second step, I want the game automatically when the player reaches this edge to be here like this, and so on. So I do it only on one step, and all steps will work finally because all steps are duplicated from the first one. So I work with areas. If you are familiar with areas, you know what I'm talking about. If you are not, so go to the static body of the stairs, you add a collision shape, you can add a mesh, you can put it inside the static body. So then you add an area, right, just add area inside that static body, and inside that area, each area needs a collision shape. Godot will tell you, will ask you to add a collision shape. So I add a collision shape inside my first area, inside the area, it's right here in front of the main one. The main one is here, and the second one inside my area is here in front of it. So the player, when reach this small collision shape, I will add a code that will automatically move it to the next step. So you will be having a static body of the first step, has a collision shape and mesh, and also an area. Inside that area, the children of that area is a small collision shape and a position 3D. Why position 3D? I don't want to write numbers and to move the player from a position to the new position. So I add the position 3D as a reference. You add it from here. I click on the area and add a position 3D. You can see it right here. You can click create and it will be added. Be careful of names, area names. I named the area as DA. And all duplicated steps will have that area in that name. So I add an area to the stairs. I add also an area to my character. I click on kinematic body. I add an area. I named it player. Inside my player area, I add a collision shape. As you see, I added here. My collision shape of that area will have the same properties of my player collision shape. I mean in dimension and position and so on. So now I have two areas. One inside my player or my character and one inside stairs. Now coding. How to code the interaction between my player and the stairs or the edge of the step. I go to the player area. Inside here, near the inspector, you can see the node tab, have a signals. Each signals will be launched when a condition happens. The first one is when area entered. It means if an area entered my player's area, the code will work. And that's what I want, the first one. If you are working with another objects, not areas, you can see here, area exited. You can see here a body entered, body exited, and so on. Actually, I want the first choice. Double click on it. It will ask you to connect this signal or this function of this signal with a GD script. My GD script is on my kinematic body, so I just click connect. I already did that, and this appeared on player area entered. Double click on that. It will take you to the function of that signal. This function has a variable called area. Godot stores the area enters my player area here in this variable. So all I have to do is to ask Godot if the area is dA. You remember dA? dA is the name of my area inside the stairs. It means I'm asking Godot if the player reached the edge of the step. Then move the player into the position 3D coordinates. How to write that? My global transform.origin.y and z want it to equal to the position 3D y and z. You can see I didn't write position 3D here or P1 as I named it. Instead of that, I call the position 3D by the variable here. The dA entered my player's area, so the area here is dA. Dot get child number 1. To understand that, I go to stairs. Here's the dA to the left, the dA area, and the child number 1 is P1. Why not is C1? Because you start counting from 0. This is the child number 0, and here's the child number 1. So it's like I'm writing, instead of all of that, it's like I'm writing P1, position 3D. Here you can see it, P1. I called P1 this way. P1.global transform.y and z. So the Godot, with this interaction with first step, Godot will move my player into the position 3D number 1. And if the player go to the next step and touch the edge of that step, the code will be launched again to the position 3D of that step. Each step has a position 3D, so it will work like that. Hope you understand the way it works. I will launch it again. Move this up. You may find another ways on the internet. I didn't search always. I just did that from my own. I didn't search for the best way, so you may need to search more to get best results. So if I move, I pressing A, it works. When interaction happens, the player automatically is on the step. W, so on. What's the disadvantage of this stairs? It is when you are going down. What happens if you are going down and my player area interacted with that area of the step? The code should be launched and move my player upstairs. But how did I avoid that? Look, I will tell you how to avoid this interaction when you are moving down. You go to stairs. Let's go to the first step. Interaction is happening with this small collision shape. So when you are going down, let me draw. The player is moving this way with a velocity. When it reaches here, even a small one key press will move it with a distance that will push the player to in front of this collision shape. So it will not be interacted with it if I do the following thing. You can see that my collision shape is not on the top of that stairs, it's in the bottom. So when player moves right here, it will not interact. It's already the collision shape is under this line. You can play with its position to get the best results. You can hide it here like that. The important thing is that this collision shape should be in front of the main one. This one is the main one. You can see this small difference here. It's a small. So the player will interact with this collision shape before it enters, before the bigger one prevent it from colliding with it. Hope you understood what I'm talking about, and hope you like it. You may find it easy, and you may like to do that in your games, or you can search the internet for better ways. I know something about let me remember, raise, yes, raise, and but I didn't try that. I did this my own. Hope you like it. If you have questions, you can ask in comments. Thank you.